We've got the second half of Walt Disney's Peter Pan to read. Looking forward to finding out what happens in the second half. So where we left off last time was a little duel, right? Yeah, between Peter Pan and Captain Hook. And then Peter Pan saved Tiger Lily. And I think taking her back to home to see her family. So, let's find out what happens from the rest of the story. You looking forward to finding out? Yeah? Alright, here we go. Let's read on. When Peter and Wendy brought Tiger Lily home, the chief set the captives free. Then what a wonderful feast they had. All the boys did Indian dances and learned wild Indian chants, and Peter Pan was made a chief. Only Wendy had no fun at all, for she had to help the squaws carry firewood. I've had enough of Neverland, she thought grumpily. I'm ready to go home right now. You can see Wendy off to the side there. Doesn't look like she's having much fun in Neverland, which isn't very cool. While the Indian celebration was at its height, Smee the pirate cook captured Tinkerbell and took her back to the pirate ship. He presented Tink to Captain Hook. Miss Bell, Hook said sympathetically. Uh-oh. I've heard how badly Peter Pan has treated you since that scheming girl Wendy came. How nice it would be if we could kidnap her and take her off to sea to scrub the decks and cook for the pirate crew. Tink tinkled happily at the thought. Oh no, Captain Hook's turning Tinkerbell against Peter Pan. But alas, sighed Hook, we don't know where Pan's house is, so we cannot get rid of Wendy for you. Tink thought this over. You won't hurt Peter? She asked, in solemn, tinkling tones, because Tinkerbell speaks in tinkles, like tinkling sound. Then she marched to a map of Neverland and traced a path to Peter Pan's house, because Hook promised that he would not harm Peter. Thank you, my dear, said wicked Captain Hook, and he locked her up in a lantern cage and went off to capture Peter Pan. Oh no. So Tinkerbell has given away Peter Pan's secret house where all the Lost Boys live. And Wendy, John and Michael are. Uh-oh. That night when Wendy tucked the children into their beds in the underground house, she talks to them about home and mother. Soon they were all so homesick that they wanted to leave at once for home. Wendy invited all the Lost Boys to come and live with the Darling family. Only Peter refused to go. He simply looked the other way as Wendy and the boys told him goodbye and climbed the tunnel to Hangman's Tree. Peter doesn't look too happy there. Everyone's leaving. Up in the woods near Hangman's Tree waited Hook and his pirate band. As each boy came out, a hand was clapped over his mouth and was quickly tied up with ropes. Last of all came Wendy. Zip, zip! She was bound up too, and the crew marched off with their lost children back to their pirate ship. Blast it, muttered Hook. We still don't have Pan. So he and Smee left a wicked bomb, wrapped as a gift from Wendy for poor Peter to find. Very soon they hoped Peter would open it and blow himself straight out of Neverland. Oh no. I don't know what's going to happen. On the pirate ship, Captain Hook demanded that Wendy and the boys become pirates. Never, Wendy cried. Then you shall be the first to walk the plank, my dear, said Hook. There he is yelling from up the top there. And Wendy's got to walk the plank. Uh-oh. In the excitement, no one noticed that Tinkerbell had escaped and flown off. Wendy said goodbye, bravely walked out the long narrow plank, and disappeared. Everyone listened, waiting for a splash, but none came. Then they heard a familiar sound. It was Pan. Warned by Tinkerbell, he had arrived just in time to scoop up Wendy in midair and fly her to safety. This time you've gone too far, Hook, Peter cried. He swooped down from the rigging, all set for a duel. And what a duel it was. While they fought, Tinkerbell slashed the ropes that bound the boys, and they beat the pirates into jumping overboard and rowing away in their boat. Then Peter knocked Hook's sword overboard, and Hook jumped too. When the children last saw the wicked Captain Hook, he was swimming for the boat, with the crocodile tick-tocking hungrily behind him. That's all of them sending Captain Hook over the edge of the ship. Peter Pan took command of the pirate ship. Heave those halyards! Up with the jib! We're sailing to London!" he cried. "Oh, Michael, John," cried Wendy, "we're going home!" And sure enough, with happy thoughts and faith and trust and a liberal sprinkling of pixie dust, away flew that pirate ship through the skies till the gangplank was run out to the Darling's nursery windowsill. But now that they had arrived, the Lost Boys did not want to stay. "We've sort of decided to stick with Pan," they said. It's the boat flying through the London streets, technically, kind of, in between the houses. So Wendy, John and Michael waved goodbye as Peter Pan's ship sailed off through the sky, taking the Lost Boys home to Neverland, where they still live today. Get them all waving there out the window. Peter Pan and the Lost Boys flying away in the ship, off to embark on more adventures. I'm sure all of you out there have got plenty of adventures to embark on. Some cool stuff happening. Yeah? Always. Thanks so much for reading Walt Disney's Peter Pan with me today. That's all we have time for. I'll be back with another story very soon. Don't you worry. Bye for now, but definitely not forever. If you like this channel, please click that bell below and subscribe. You can visit the page, read stories whenever. Alrighty, I'm Josh. This is Storytime.